Now DHA and EPA, slowly and steadily, DHA and EPA absolutely important, lacking in most of us. Most of us are not eating fatty fish, unfortunately. So, extremely important for our brain. 90% of PUFA, so DHA is made up of 90% of PUFA in the brain. Okay, imagine. So your PUFA, what you're having right now, you're not having DHA as a PUFA. What we are having is soya oil, corn oil, canola oil, peanut oil. Those are all high in omega-6. Those are not high in DHA. Okay, so you want to make sure that, if you want good PUFA in your brain, you better have DHA. Okay, all right. And look at this, how it matters. Basically, it is important for attention, planning, problem solving, inhibition. So I think, if mother is non-veg, just go ahead and offer her seafood or fish. Okay, this is your neuron, right? These are the myelin sheath that I was talking about. Okay, myelin sheath, very important. It speeds up the connection. This is your cell membrane. Do you remember your cell, right? These are basically your lipid layers, right? Phospholipid. Okay, now this has to be absolutely fluid. Okay, it should not be very rigid. If you have a DHA, if you have EPA, if you have omega-3 food in your diet, this will remain fluid. It'll move, it will remain fluid. But if you have a diet which is high in omega-6, so basically you will have a lot more omega-6 over here, and it will become more rigid. It will have a lot of inflammation. It will have a lot of breaking of the cell membrane. Okay, like, it's important that the ratio is good, omega-3 to omega-6. Try to keep it 1:1. So if you're not even having omega-3, then avoid omega-6. Okay, so this is again your DHA. Why is it important? You guys know about all this. Look at this, of course, for brain. Okay, now what is the requirement of DHA? Basically 250 to 500 milligram of both EPA DHA per day, minimum 200 milligram by pregnant and lactating mothers. Okay, and the optimal dietary ratio, I prefer 1:1. 2:1 is still too high for me, but 1:1 ratio is good. But our current diet is typically 10:1 to sometime 25:1. And in Bengal, people have this habit of eating a lot of fried food, and that fried food is made up of all the soya oil and corn oil. So please avoid fried food. Tell mothers, if she wants to fry, she can fry it in ghee. Okay, and here I mentioned about the conversion ALA to DHA, just almost up to 4%. Right now, I read one study, they said up to 10%, but I feel probably just not more than 4 to 5%. Okay, now here again, uptake of omega-3 by mothers, so what they found, that if she took food which was high in omega-3, which is your seafood, those children have higher verbal IQ. Okay, mothers who took less amount of omega-3 through food, those children had poor IQ. Okay, so that is important. Here are some of the studies which are done. What they found, that if mother took omega-3 medicine, okay, it did not appear to improve child's neurodevelopment. So a lot of time what happens, they said, oh, mother should take omega-3, or the mother should take tablet, but it did not really help at 5 years of age. Another thing is also, a lot of this formula making company, they said, oh, we have made a formula which is omega-3, but that it did not help with the IQ of children. So it's all marketing gimmick. So mother's milk has most amount of DHA, EPA, extremely important. So please recommend mother's milk. That's why IQ is much higher. Okay, and for adult, they did find some difference in blood pressure and plasma triglyceride level, but on cognition, they did not see much of a difference. Okay, so for adults, if they are taking, these are some of the main thing. Is your fatty fish is important. Those are your DHA, EPA. Choline, quickly I'm going through choline. Okay, important for formation of acetylcholine. So your neurotransmitters, Okay, remember I talked about those cell membrane. So for cell membrane, you need phosphatidylcholine. And this sphingomyelin is important for brain. So choline is really important for your brain formation. Okay, it is also methyl donor. So it's basically it donates a methyl, right, and it converts homocysteine to methionine. Now, homocysteine you don't want too much in your body because it's very inflammatory. Okay, so choline is important basically to convert your homocysteine to methionine. Okay, and there are other micronutrients which are important, your your folate and your vitamin B12 also. Okay, again important for all your mainly your brain, right? Okay, what happens when you don't have choline? Same thing. Look at this, same thing. So don't forget your choline with your folic acid. Okay, mainly comes from food. What is your RDA for choline? For us, 425, for men, 550. Are we getting enough? I don't think so. Pregnant mothers, lactating mothers, about 500. Okay. Now I'm sure a lot of nutritionists are there, and you know what is nutrigenomics, right? So dietary choline works as nutrigenomics. Okay. So it's important to have it in a diet. Okay, now this is this very beautiful study which was done by Mark Maneri. He's another guru of malnutrition, and what he found, he did basically studies of 62, many children, about 313 children, stunted children, and what he found, the children who were stunted, basically they were not receiving amino acids, choline, mainly choline, which was important for sphingolipids and glycerophosphorylate. So the diagram that I showed, so if choline was absent, children were absent on this also, sphingomyelin and phosphatidylcholine and phosphatidylethanoamine. So that's why they said that it's important that children get not only essential amino acid, type 2 nutrients, and also the choline. Okay, so that's why I just wanted to put this choline picture. This is phosphatidylcholine. What it does, you can see, it basically helps with the lung function, gut, pretty much everything, right? Okay, what is the best source of choline? Look at all these nutrients which are present in your eggs. Look at this, right? How can you beat egg with anything? Excellent carotenoids, omega-3, AD, K, B6, B12, even folic acid, calcium, everything. Okay, type 1, type 2. Vitamin C, it's not there. We can just put some nimbu in it. Okay. Which are the other food which are high in choline? These are chicken liver, soya flour, salmon, chicken, turkey, mainly non-veg. Cauliflower, if you have half a cup, only 24 grams. So if you have a mother who needs 500 grams of milligrams of choline, how is she going to get it if she's vegetarian? Okay, think about it. And I think you should also do your dietary recall and see if you got choline or not, especially if you're planning to become pregnant. Okay, if you eradicate 3 most prevalent micronutrient, your world IQ will be increased by 10 points. Which are those? Iron, zinc, and iodine. Okay, 2 of them are type 1. This is type 2. Okay, iron, again, we know nature's iron is important. One thing I want to tell you about iron, that if iron is absent in children, say when they're growing in first year of life, especially after 4 months of age, the children have cognition, and they have impaired cognition, and that's permanent. So so once you diagnose child with anemia, that means a permanent damage has already been occurred. After that, if you give any iron, whatever damage is done is done. Okay, so main thing is your prevention. So please prevent children from getting anemia. In US, what we do is, we check the children at around 9 months of age, and before we check them, we already start them on iron supplements. That's the protocol in India. I mean, in the US. Okay, but we don't want to give too much iron also in this children. Better to get it from food, because what happens is, extra iron will affect, it acts like a free radical, right? And then it can cause problem. It can also affect your gut microbiome. Okay, so it's important that we don't just indiscriminately keep giving iron without understanding. It is like a, it's like a double-edged sword. Okay, so you don't want to do too much. These are food and iron. If child is non-veg, please give them liver. Very high amount of iron they'll get. They'll get all the nutrients. If they are vegetarian, give them egg. Don't give them too much of milk, because milk dairy is very poor in iron. Okay, so I don't like it. I like this Choli is really good. So all your pulses are good. Okay, make sure that they get it with vitamin C.
Welcome to this spoken tutorial on the importance of choline. In this tutorial, we will learn about primary functions of choline, causes and symptoms of its deficiency, requirements for different age groups. Choline is an essential nutrient. It is required for vital functions in the body and for overall health. Vital functions like maintaining the cell structure and functioning of cells. Choline helps in carrying the nerve impulses from neuron to neuron. It also helps in carrying impulses from neurons to organs. Choline plays a role in normal functioning of the liver. Transportation of fat and cholesterol also requires choline. It is involved in muscle control, memory, and circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is a process that regulates our sleep and waking up cycle. Choline is required during fetal development. It is required for brain and nervous system development of the baby. It influences the closure of the neural tube. Neural tube in the embryo forms the brain and spinal cord. There are various factors that can cause increase in the deficiency. The metabolism of choline, folate, vitamin B12 and methionine are interrelated. If availability of one nutrient is disturbed, other nutrients are also affected. Inadequate dietary intake of folate and vitamin B12 causes choline depletion. Apart from these, having a poor diet can cause choline deficiency. During pregnancy and lactation, the requirement of choline increases. If these requirements are not met, then deficiency occurs. This can cause neural tube defects and stunting in children. Neural tube defects are birth defects that affect the nervous system and spine. It also affects the brain development. Intelligence and motor development also get affected. Deficiency in growing children leads to poor memory. They will also have difficulty in learning. In adults, choline deficiency can cause damage to the muscle and liver. Due to choline deficiency, fat does not move out of the liver. This leads to fat accumulation, causing non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Choline deficiency can also lead to Alzheimer's disease. In Alzheimer's disease, memory and thinking skills are diminished. Adequate intake of choline varies for different age groups. For 0 to 13-month-old infants, it is 125 to 150 milligrams per day. For 1 to 8 years old children, it is 200 to 250 milligrams per day. 9 to 13 years old require 375 milligrams per day. 14 to 18 years old need 400 to 550 milligrams per day. Adult men require 550 milligrams per day. Adult women and pregnant women require 450 milligrams per day. Lactating women require 550 milligrams per day. Our body does not produce sufficient amounts of choline. Hence, it has to be taken through food. Let us look at the food sources of choline. Eggs, chicken liver, fish, wheat germ, nuts, seeds, and legumes are good sources. Let's look at the amount of choline present in a few food items. One egg has around 147 milligrams. 100 grams of chicken liver has approximately 190 milligrams. 100 grams of salmon has nearly 79 milligrams. 30 grams of raw split black gram has around 62 milligrams. 100 grams of cauliflower has 127 milligrams. 30 grams of soya bean has 36 milligrams. Include these choline-rich food in your daily diet for good health. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. Welcome to the spoken tutorial on choline-rich vegetarian recipes. In this tutorial, we will learn importance of choline, preparation of some choline-rich vegetarian recipes. Choline helps in maintaining the cell structure and functioning of the cells. Its derivatives help in carrying nerve impulses. These impulses can be from neuron to neuron or from neuron to an organ. Normal functioning of the liver also requires choline. The importance of choline has been explained in another tutorial. Please visit our website for this tutorial. Now, let us see the preparation of our first recipe, green gram sprouts idli. To make this recipe, you will need 1/4 cup green gram sprouts, 1 tablespoon split black gram, 1/4 cup grated carrot, 1 teaspoon fenugreek seeds, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, salt to taste, 1 teaspoon oil. Procedure: we will first start with sprouting green gram. Soak 2 tablespoons of green gram overnight or for 8 hours. Wash and drain it in the morning. Then tie it in a muslin cloth and keep it in a warm place to germinate. In winter, it takes more than a day to sprout. Notice when the sprouts appear. Then soak the split black gram and fenugreek seeds together overnight. Drain them the next day. Grind them along with green gram sprouts into a smooth batter. For grinding, you can use a stone grinder or a mixer. Transfer the batter into a bowl. Cover the bowl with a lid and leave it to ferment for 6 to 8 hours. Once the batter is fermented, add cumin seeds, salt and grated carrot and mix well. Next, grease the idli mold and pour the batter into it. Steam it in a steamer for 10 to 12 minutes. Green gram sprouts idli is ready. 4 idlis have approximately 302 milligrams of choline. You can also use Bengal gram sprouts to make this recipe. Our next recipe is cauliflower pulao. To make this recipe, you will need 100 grams of washed grated cauliflower, half teaspoon coriander powder, 1 teaspoon roasted sunflower seeds, 1 teaspoon roasted sesame seeds, 2 green chilies, 1 teaspoon pepper powder. The other ingredients required are 1 teaspoon mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, pinch of turmeric powder, handful of washed and chopped coriander leaves, salt to taste, 1 teaspoon oil or ghee. Procedure: Heat oil or ghee in a pan and add green chilies, mustard seeds and cumin seeds. Once they splutter, add the grated cauliflower and mix well. To this add salt, turmeric powder, pepper powder and coriander powder. Mix well again. Cover the pan with a lid and cook until cauliflower softens. Next, add roasted sesame seeds and sunflower seeds. In the end, garnish with coriander leaves. Cauliflower pulao is ready. 1 bowl of cauliflower pulao has around 229 milligrams of choline. Our third recipe is beetroot and coconut chutney. To make this recipe, you will need half cup washed and grated beetroot, 1 tablespoon grated coconut, a handful of washed and chopped coriander leaves, 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, 2 green chilies, 1 red chili. You will also need 1 teaspoon mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon split black gram, 4 to 5 curry leaves, salt to taste, 1 teaspoon of oil. Procedure: we will first steam the beetroot. Place the grated beetroot on a steaming plate and steam for 8 to 10 minutes. Once steamed, keep it aside to cool. After the steamed beetroot cools down, we can make the chutney. Put beetroot, coconut, garlic, coriander, green chilies into a mixer jar. Add 1 tablespoon of water and salt and grind it into a smooth paste. Transfer the beetroot coconut paste into a bowl and keep this aside. We will now make the tempering for the chutney. Heat oil in a pan. Add split black gram, curry leaves, red chili, mustard and cumin seeds. After the seeds crackle, add the tempering to the paste and mix well. Beetroot and coconut chutney is ready. Half cup of this chutney has around 244 milligrams of choline. Our last recipe is lentil curry. To make this recipe, you will need 1.5 tablespoons moth beans, 1 tablespoon split red gram, 1 tablespoon black gram, 1 teaspoon fenugreek sprouts, 4 to 5 pieces of bottle gourd, 3 to 4 cauliflower florets, 1 medium chopped tomato, 1 medium chopped onion. For the masala paste, you will need 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon black pepper seeds, 2 green chilies, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 stick of cinnamon, 5 cloves. You will also need half teaspoon turmeric powder, half teaspoon red chili powder, a handful of washed and chopped coriander leaves, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, 1 teaspoon oil or ghee, salt to taste. Procedure: wash and soak moth beans, red gram and black gram for 6 to 8 hours. Then add these pulses, fenugreek sprouts and vegetables to the cooker. To this add spices, salt and water and pressure cook for 3 whistles. Simultaneously grind all the ingredients mentioned under masala to a paste. After the pressure is released from the cooker, mash the pulses and vegetables. Next, heat oil in a pan and saute the onions till they turn light brown. Add tomatoes to it and cook until they turn soft. To this add the masala paste and cook until the raw smell is gone. Put the mashed pulses and vegetables and cook for 5 to 10 minutes. Lastly, add lemon juice. Transfer the curry into a bowl and garnish with coriander leaves. Lentil curry is ready. 1 bowl of this curry has around 439 milligrams of choline. Include these choline-rich recipes in your daily diet for good health. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the spoken tutorial on choline-rich non-vegetarian recipes. In this tutorial, we will learn non-vegetarian recipes rich in choline. Choline is an essential nutrient required for overall health. It is also required for normal functioning of the liver. Transportation of fat and cholesterol also requires choline. The importance of choline has been explained in another tutorial. Please visit our website for this tutorial. We will begin with our first recipe, egg noodles. To make this recipe, you will need 2 eggs, half medium chopped onion, half medium chopped tomato, half teaspoon red chili powder, a pinch of turmeric powder. You will also need half teaspoon cumin seeds, handful of washed and chopped coriander leaves, salt to taste, 2 teaspoons of oil or ghee. Procedure: crack eggs in a bowl. Add salt and red chili powder. Then whisk the eggs well. Heat oil in a pan and pour the eggs on the pan. On medium flame, cook the omelette on both sides until done. Keep this aside to cool. Once cooled, cut the omelette into thin, long pieces. Next, heat oil in a pan and add cumin seeds. Once the cumin seeds splutter, add onion. Saute the onion till it turns golden brown in color. Add tomato, turmeric powder and salt. Mix well and cook till the tomato turns soft. To this add the thin long pieces of the omelette. Mix well again and cook again for 5 minutes. Garnish with coriander leaves. Egg noodles are ready. 1 bowl of egg noodles has around 290 milligrams of choline. Our next recipe is chicken liver curry. To make this recipe, you will need 50 grams of washed chicken liver, 1 medium chopped onion, 1 teaspoon ginger garlic paste, handful of washed and chopped coriander leaves, handful of washed mint leaves, 2 green chilies. You will also need 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, juice of half lemon, salt to taste, 2 teaspoons oil. Procedure: apply ginger garlic paste and half teaspoon turmeric powder to chicken liver. Leave this for 30 minutes. Grind the coriander leaves, mint leaves and green chilies into a paste. Keep this aside for later use. Heat oil in a pan. Add cumin seeds and let it splutter. Add the onion and saute until it turns golden brown in color. To this add the paste that we made earlier. Now add the chicken liver. Add turmeric powder and salt. Mix it well and add half a glass of water. Close the pan with a lid and cook for 10 minutes or until the liver is cooked. Squeeze juice of half lemon and serve. Chicken liver curry is ready. Half bowl of chicken liver curry has 251 milligrams of choline. Our third recipe is prawns masala curry. To make this, you will need 50 grams prawns, 1 medium chopped onion, puree of 1 medium-sized tomato, 1/4 cup curd, 1 teaspoon ginger garlic paste. You will also need 1 teaspoon red chili powder, half teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, 1 teaspoon garam masala powder, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, salt to taste, 2 teaspoons oil. Procedure: to make the curry, clean and wash the prawns. Make a slit on the back side of the prawns. Pull out the black thread from it. This black thread has to be removed from the other side also if found. Apply lemon juice, ginger garlic paste and salt to the prawns. Leave it for 30 minutes. Grind the tomato to make a puree. Next, heat oil in a pan and add cumin seeds. Once the seeds splutter, add chopped onions. Saute the onions till they turn light brown in color. Now add the tomato puree to this and cook for 5 minutes. Add spices, salt, prawns and curd. Make sure to keep the heat low while adding curd. Mix well and add half a glass of water. Cover the pan and cook on low flame for 10 minutes or until the prawns are cooked. Prawns masala is ready. Half bowl of prawns masala curry has around 379 milligrams of choline. Our last recipe is fish curry. To make this recipe, you will need 100 grams of washed rohu, 1 medium chopped tomato, 2 teaspoons mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon nigella seeds, 1 small piece of ginger. You will also need 2 green chilies, half teaspoon cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon red chili powder, half teaspoon turmeric powder, handful of washed and chopped coriander leaves, salt to taste, 2 teaspoons oil. Procedure: apply salt and turmeric powder to the fish. Keep it aside for 30 minutes. Grind the mustard seeds into a paste by adding little water. Keep this aside for later use. Grind cumin seeds, coriander seeds and ginger into a smooth paste. Dilute the paste with 3 tablespoons of water. We will use this paste later. Heat oil in a pan and add nigella seeds. Once the seeds splutter, add the fish to the pan. For 5 minutes, fry the fish on both sides. Then add the diluted seeds paste to it. Add the tomatoes, spices and green chili. Mix them well and add salt along with half a glass of water. Mix again and cook this until tomatoes turn soft. Now add mustard paste and coriander leaves. Close the pan with a lid and cook for 5 minutes. Fish curry is ready. 1 bowl of fish curry has around 819 milligrams of choline. Include these choline-rich recipes in your daily diet for good health. This brings us to the end of this tutorial. Thanks for joining.